Ciao.
Perhaps still a bit old-fashioned in archaeology, and surprise, surprise, in that we still use film, I suppose, in addition to digital. The reasons for that is for archive purposes. Is that any of these films, if we take photographs, they can be archived and they'll last for. We know that they'll last for several generations or for quite a long time. With digital film, we're not quite sure about the survival of it yet. So we're in a bit of a strange period in photography, in on-site photography, in that we're doing all three. We're keeping black and white film, colour slide film, and we're taking digital shots as well. So we've got three sheets here: one for the black and white camera, one for the colour film, colour slide camera, and one for the digital. If we wanted to take a photograph of this, we've given it a clean up so we can see the different colours, we can see the different things going on. That's the first thing to check for when you're taking a photograph, that everything you want to show is actually showing, that we can see what's happening. The second thing before we take a photograph is to get rid of any distractions there might be. So we don't want any bits of equipment left in shot. We've got two 1 metre scales. That really is just to give a sense of proportion and what we're working with, so people can, when they look at the photo, so they can obviously gauge what the size of any of these features are. That yet, but so we want to get that nice. Because we've got quite a large area here, it's difficult to take photographs of the site and show exactly what's happening from a low down point. We can climb up on top of the spoil heap, and that gives us quite a nice view, but we do have this camera which can be mounted on an extendable pole, which should give us a little bit more height, so it should be able to let us see exactly what's happening with these buildings. So we're going to give it a shot, see if it's working. It can be a bit temperamental, so we'll see what happens.
We're all going to the same time, you can't all make it to yourself otherwise. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's quite a good one.
Can I borrow? There's not on my course, someone I know, she looks about 8 and she's older than me.
Well, we're just excavating this layer, another section down, and we found a few tiles, a few odds and ends of stone, but nothing any significant at the moment.
And this is your second week, so tell me how it's been over the last week.
Very tiring. Yeah, second week, a lot of digging. Muscle's not used to it, and that's why I've got gloves on to try and stop the blisters.
Yeah.
So far, touch wood, not too many blisters.
this is trench 3, which is a new trench today. We've come down so far through the topsoil layer into, just come onto a metal surface that's similar to the one in the trench over there. Just lots of cobbles. Finds so far have been modern bits of glass, the odd cobble, some lead flashing from somewhere, a bit of pottery. And we're just going to keep going down, clean off this layer, get it photographed, and then go through it and see what's beneath.
We used to have a Jack Russell.
We've been digging down through what they thought was the rubble layer here, and basically we've just been taking out the rubble. There's nothing of any significance being found. We do think we might have there's a few bigger stones here which possibly might be the base of a wall, so we're just coming down onto that level to find out for sure.
Now this is the start of your second week. Tell me about the highlights, the lowlights, the whatever it might be.
The highlights were day one, finding the token, the lead token, and then it all went a bit quiet after that. Trench 4 started to be a bit of the butt of jokes that we just weren't going to find anything. So now that wall there has proved them all wrong. So hopefully this is the start of Trench 4 now. Get rid of some of the spoil a little bit.
Yeah, so get rid of all the spoil and sort of get all that down,
take it down
to rough for this sort of level, unless you do start digging through different layers and stuff. But,
yeah. The thing is, Wendy did all that in the first week. He just passed it.
It's not any sort of like.
This is the tusk of a wild boar.
It's quite delicate, yeah.
I think we're done now.
Okay, sorted.
So is somebody going to tell me what you're doing then?
Do you want to explain?
We're just cleaning all the finds out of all the trenches. We found lots of bones and pottery. And we found lots of teeth in the other one.
And what that's called?
Oh, slip. Where?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, stood together. You don't post them, right?
Why are you doing that? Yeah, you do have to persist.
I'd like to volunteer. I know it's volunteer, literally on a casual basis. Never ever heard of them. One went rolled by after another rent, I was like, the Staffordshire Board School, really. I've seen it already, but obviously be disappointed if I'm honest.
Well, it's all the good stuff away.
Yeah. I was exceptionally disappointed by it, and I can remember I was doing a Celtic Anglo-Saxon model, mainly throughout. That was what I was doing.